we are going to start the concept of hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding जो है, it is the strongest type of dipole-dipole interaction. Dipole-dipole interaction में होता क्या है? Whenever you are having a polar molecule, because of the electronegativity difference, there will be charges, and there will be formation of dipole. Okay, दो dipoles के बीच में जो भी interaction है, it is called as dipole-dipole interaction. Out of those two bonded atoms, if one of the bonded atom is hydrogen, and if it is attached to very high electronegative element, like fluorine, oxygen or nitrogen, or if it is attached to any other electronegative element which has very high charge density matlab more charge concentrated in less amount of size or less amount of volume, then we say the charge density is high, right? Charge density jo hai, it is directly proportional to charge and inversely proportional to volume. If this hydrogen is attached to highly electronegative element like fluorine, oxygen or nitrogen, in that case इस particular hydrogen के ऊपर जो भी partial positive charge generate होगा, it will be very very high. Okay, and if that comes in contact, if that comes in interaction with another highly electronegative element, again this G dash also must be fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen. इन दोनों के बीच में जब जो भी बॉन्ड मिलता है, अब ये G dash के ऊपर both amount of partial negative and इसके ऊपर partial positive, इनके बीच में जो भी डाइपोल डाइपोल इंटरेक्शन जो भी बन रहे, that is called as hydrogen bond. And in that particular case, ये जो hydrogen है, this is called as bridge hydrogen, as it is present between G and G dash. What is the condition for G and G dash? They have to be highly electronegative, मतलब fluorine, oxygen और nitrogen, इन तीन elements के साथ hydrogen bonded होना चाहिए, and that particular hydrogen must interact with either fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen. In that case, the type of dipole-dipole interaction is called as hydrogen bonding. Okay, clear? When hydrogen atom is linked to highly electronegative atom such as fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen, comes under the influence of another strongly electronegative atom, again fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen, a weak electrostatic force is developed which is called as hydrogen bond. And ये जो hydrogen bond है, this is strongest form of dipole-dipole interaction. So we will be separately studying this hydrogen bonding. हमने डाइपोल-डाइपोल इंटरेक्शन में इसको स्टडी नहीं किया, इसको अलग से स्टडी कर रहे हैं. हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग is studied separately. Okay, types, it can be of two types. Intermolecular मतलब between two different molecules. Intramolecular, within the same molecule. We will see examples for those things. Suppose if I want to show intermolecular hydrogen bonding and I am taking the example of HF. अभी HF में हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग को टू टाइप से रिप्रेजेंट कर सकता हूँ. These two are two different types of representation of hydrogen bonding inside HF. In one case, the hydrogen is at the center. In the other case, the fluorine is at the center. Out of these two representations, which representation is appropriate or correct? या दोनों possible है? Both the cases are some zigzag pattern. इस पर्टिकुलर केस में हाइड्रोजन जो है वो सेंटर में आ रहा है, इस पर्टिकुलर केस में फ्लोरीन जो है वो सेंटर में आ रहा है. आउट ऑफ दीज टू रिप्रेजेंटेशंस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग, व्हिच इज मोर अप्रोप्रिएट और व्हिच इज मोर स्टेबल? मोर अप्रोप्रिएट मतलब इट हैज टू बी मोर स्टेबल. या दोनों सही है? दोनों हो सकता है. फर्स्ट वन. ओके, व्हाई नॉट सेकंड? Tell me the number of lone pairs which are present on fluorine.
3.
You have 3 lone pairs on fluorine. So if you are placing the lone pairs on fluorine, similarly यहाँ पे भी 3 lone pairs रहेगा. In this case, the distance between the lone pairs is relatively less. If you are placing the lone pairs here in the first representation, जहाँ पे भी आप रख सकते हो, इस केस में lone pairs are placed relatively far from each other when compared to the second representation. So इस particular case में fluorine बीच में आया तो the lone pair repulsions will be high or the system is relatively unstable. Okay, so out of these two representations, this is the right representation. ये गलत होगा. एक क्वेश्चन आ सकता है आप लोग को देके, which of the following representation of hydrogen bonding in case of HF is correct? So I hope this is clear. This is some zigzag pattern. Tell me the number of hydrogen bonds formed per molecule of HF.
Single.
No, हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड मतलब हाइड्रोजन के साथ जो बनता है वही होने की जरूरत नहीं. This is also a hydrogen bond. This is also a hydrogen bond. So per molecule of HF you have 2 hydrogen bonds. Okay, and in case of HF the hydrogen bond is between, और जो attraction form हो रहा है ना, it is between the partial positive charge on the hydrogen and the lone pairs on the fluorine. You have 3 lone pairs ना, lone pairs are nothing but negative charge. So ये जो negative charge है and ये जो positive charge है हाइड्रोजन के ऊपर partial positive, इन दोनों के बीच में जो interaction है, I am calling that as the hydrogen bond. The attraction is between the lone pair of fluorine and the partial positive of hydrogen. Okay. So in fact, in particular diagrams में, I can show one of the lone pair along the interaction. Clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
The interaction is between the partial positive on the hydrogen with the lone pair on the fluorine or on the oxygen or on the nitrogen. Okay. Okay. So the number of hydrogen bonds formed by HF, number of hydrogen bonds formed by HF are 2. If you observe H2O, in H2O you have 2 hydrogens and 2 lone pairs. Okay. So both the lone pairs will be interacting with 2 hydrogens of another H2O molecule, another H2O molecules. Okay. So ये जो oxygen है, इसका जो lone pair है, it is interacting with this hydrogen and it will be interacting with another hydrogen of another water molecule. Similarly, ये जो hydrogen है, these will be interacting with water molecules. In case of H2O, the number of lone pairs are exactly equal to the number of hydrogens. So both the lone pairs and both the hydrogens will be interacting in the hydrogen bonding. So the total hydrogen bonds formed by one molecule of H2O will be 4. इस केस में क्या हुआ, एक ही हाइड्रोजन होने की वजह से only that particular hydrogen and lone pair of another HF are participating in hydrogen bonding. So बचा हुआ 2 lone pairs जो है, they got wasted. They were not interacting with any of the hydrogens. Okay, but in this case, oxygen के both the lone pairs and both the hydrogens are utilized in hydrogen bonding. So the hydrogen bonds formed by water molecule are 4. Okay, or I can also say water involves in maximum hydrogen bonding. ठीक है, or else you can also represent it in this way. ऑक्सीजन के ऊपर 2 लोन पेयर से और 2 हाइड्रोजन से. Each lone pair is interacting with hydrogen of another water molecule, and the hydrogen is interacting with lone pair of another water molecule. Okay, so both the lone pairs as well as both the hydrogens, they are having some interactions, some dipole-dipole interactions, or I can say one water molecule forms 4 hydrogen bonds. Number of hydrogen bonds formed by HF कितना है? 2. Number of hydrogen bonds, because it has only one hydrogen. Number of hydrogen bonds formed by water molecule, they are 4. So NH3 के केस में, NH3 के केस में you have only one lone pair. HF के केस में एक ही हाइड्रोजन रहने की वजह से it is able to form only 2 hydrogen bonds. अभी NH3 के केस में you have only one lone pair. This lone pair will be interacting with one of the hydrogens of another NH3. So उस reason की वजह से बाकी 2 hydrogens waste हो गया. NH3 is also able to participate only in 2 hydrogen bonds, one because of hydrogen and one because of lone pair. Okay, so the number of hydrogen bonds per molecule of NH3 कितना है? Number of hydrogen bonds per molecule of NH3.
2.
It is also 2. In this case, 2 hydrogens got wasted. They are unable to participate in the hydrogen bonding. HF के केस में 2 lone pairs got wasted because you don't have sufficient hydrogens. Water molecule में जितना lone pairs है उतना ही hydrogens है. So all of the lone pairs and all of the hydrogens are able to participate in hydrogen bonding. Okay. Similarly, if you take, all these are examples of intermolecular. दो molecules के बीच में hydrogen bond बन रहे हैं. Similarly, you can take example of alcohol. Alcohol का general representation है ROH, where this R is some alkyl group. Alkyl group का मतलब क्या है आप लोग को बाद में organic में समझ में आएगा. For now, ऐसे सोचो, this R is made up of carbons and hydrogen. Suppose if I am taking this R as CH3, this is called as methanol. In case of water, in case of alcohol, again the number of hydrogen bonds formed will be 2. Because you have only one hydrogen, you have 2 lone pairs, but you have only one hydrogen. So the lone pair of one of the alcohol will be interacting with hydrogen of another alcohol. Similarly, ये जो hydrogen है ये lone pair के साथ interact करेगा. So you will be forming 2 hydrogen bonds. Okay? इस केस में एक फिर से एक lone pair waste हो गया. Okay. Next, the hydrogen bond between, you can also have a hydrogen bond between alcohol and H2O, ROH and H2O. ROH में इसके ऊपर लोन पेयर है ऑक्सीजन के ऊपर, अभी ये H2O में इस हाइड्रोजन के ऊपर पार्शियल पॉजिटिव है. सो इन दोनों के बीच में एक हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड बनेगा. Whenever hydrogen is attached to highly electronegative element like oxygen or nitrogen or fluorine, and if it comes in contact with another electronegative element, oxygen, nitrogen or fluorine, there will be generation of hydrogen bond. Okay, this is also intermolecular only, but the molecule is not of the water molecule. Water, it is of alcohol in this case. Okay, in case of NH3 and H2O, in case of NH3 and H2O, again you have a lone pair on nitrogen and you have partial positive charge on this particular hydrogen. So इन दोनों के बीच में इंटरेक्शन होगा. इस केस में हाइड्रोजन के साथ ऑक्सीजन का लोन पेयर का इंटरेक्शन मैं नहीं दिखाया. क्यों नहीं दिखाया? Because the partial positive charge on hydrogen is highest. On this hydrogen is highest. If it is attached to nitrogen, इसके ऊपर भी partial positive आएगा. But out of these two, this is of significant amount, right? So ये partial positive and ये वाला lone pair. Everyone concentrate. Oxygen के ऊपर जो lone pair है, oxygen being more electronegative, it is not ready to make its lone pair interact with the partial positive charge on the hydrogen when compared to nitrogen. Nitrogen being less electronegative, वो readily अपना lone pair दे देगा interaction में. Oxygen being more electronegative, it will not readily give away its lone pair in the interaction with partial positive charge of hydrogen. Okay, so NH3 केस में जो हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग मैं दिखा रहा हूँ, 2 टाइप्स के दिखा सकता हूँ. एक तो partial positive charge on hydrogen and the lone pair of oxygen. I'm not showing it in that way because the partial positive charge on hydrogen in ammonia is relatively less when compared to the partial positive charge on hydrogen in case of water molecule. ये वाला पॉइंट क्लियर है. दूसरा पॉइंट क्या है, ऑक्सीजन जो है अपना लोन पेयर हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग में उतना आसानी से नहीं देगा when compared to nitrogen because nitrogen is less electronegative. So this particular interaction is the strongest form of interaction between NH3 and H2O. Is this clear? मैं जो समझाने के लिए कोशिश किया वो समझ में आया आप लोग को?
नो सर.
सपोज ये जो हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग है, it can also be formed with, I'm saying hydrogen bonding can also be formed with the partial positive charge on hydrogen along with lone pair of oxygen. ये वाला भी मैं शो कर सकता था ना, for the hydrogen bonding between ammonia and water. I am saying the strength of this hydrogen bond will be less when compared to the strength of this hydrogen bond. नाइट्रोजन के लोन पेयर एंड हाइड्रोजन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, इन दोनों के बीच में जो इंटरेक्शन रहेगा इट विल बी स्ट्रॉन्गर व्हेन कंपेयर्ड टू द इंटरेक्शन बिटवीन ऑक्सीजन के लोन पेयर एंड नाइट्रोजन के ऊपर जो हाइड्रोजन है. रीजन क्या है? सबसे पहले ये जो इंटरेक्शन है, this interaction is because of partial positive charge developed on the hydrogen, in which case the partial positive charge developed on the hydrogen will be highest, क्योंकि जितना ज्यादा चार्ज है उतना ज्यादा इंटरेक्शन है. इफ इट इज अटैच्ड टू ऑक्सीजन तब ज्यादा होगा या नाइट्रोजन से अटैच होने से ज्यादा होगा? When will be the partial positive charge on hydrogen will be highest? ऑक्सीजन के साथ अटैचमेंट से या नाइट्रोजन के साथ अटैचमेंट से? नाइट्रोजन के साथ. What is the electronegativity order? Oxygen greater than, in fact fluorine, इन तीन एलिमेंट्स में देखा तो fluorine greater than, oxygen greater than nitrogen. Fluorine's value is 4.0, oxygen is 3.5, nitrogen is 3.0. And what is the electronegativity of hydrogen? It is 2.1. So electronegativity of oxygen minus electronegativity of hydrogen कितना है? 1.4. And electronegativity of nitrogen minus electronegativity of hydrogen ये कितना है? 0.9. So किन के बीच में electronegativity difference ज्यादा है? OH के बीच में ना. So if the hydrogen is attached to oxygen, then the partial positive charge on the hydrogen will be highest. If it is attached to nitrogen, oxygen के comparison में वो electronegativity difference कम है ना, so जो partial positive charge on hydrogen वो भी कम रहेगा. आप सबसे पहले ये बताओ इंटरेक्शन कब ज्यादा होगा? जब चार्जेस ज्यादा होता है तभी इंटरेक्शन ज्यादा होगा. ओके, सो out of these two partial positive charges, the partial positive charge on the hydrogen, if it is attached to oxygen, it will be highest. Okay, दूसरा केस क्या है? इंटरेक्शन किस किस के बीच में हो रहा है? partial positive charge on hydrogen and the lone pairs of either fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen. अभी ये जो lone pairs है, they are attached to the central atom. If the central atom is more electronegative, the lone pair will be towards that particular central atom. बोल सकता हूँ आउट ऑफ फ्लोरीन, ऑक्सीजन एंड नाइट्रोजन, और जो फ्लोरीन है अपना लोन पेयर को पकड़ के रखा है बिकॉज ऑफ हाई इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी, एंड ऑक्सीजन उसके बाद, नाइट्रोजन उसके बाद. सो इफ आई एम हैविंग द इंटरेक्शन ऑफ this lone pair with this less partial positive charge, oxygen being more electronegative, it is not ready to give its lone pair in this interaction. अभी नाइट्रोजन जो है इन दोनों के कंपैरिजन में एवरीथिंग इज रिलेटिव, इन दोनों के कंपैरिजन में नाइट्रोजन लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव है. सो लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव होने के वजह से it will readily give its lone pair in the interaction with hydrogen. Okay, so मैंने हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग NH3 और H2O में इस फॉर्म के दिखाया, बट ये वाला फॉर्म नहीं दिखाया बिकॉज दिस डजंट एग्जिस्ट. ये क्यों नहीं बन रहे? बिकॉज दिस इज रिलेटिवली वीक हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड. ये स्ट्रॉन्ग बन रहे ना, अगर स्ट्रॉन्ग ये बन रहे तो यही बनेगा ना, ये क्यों बनेगा? बिकॉज दिस विल लीड टू मोर स्टेबिलिटी. what is that? समझने के लिए कोशिश करो. What is the reason for stability? The reason is because of high partial positive charge on the hydrogen if it is attached to oxygen, and because of effective lone pair participation in hydrogen bonding in case of nitrogen, because nitrogen is less electronegative. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
बाद में हम सेकेंड ईयर में in 12th we will see a chapter called solutions and colligative properties. In that particular chapter ये जो लॉजिक अभी हमने बात की है ना, उसके बारे में फिर से आएगा. Please understand this particular logic here. Why I am showing the hydrogen bond between the hydrogen of oxygen and the lone pair of nitrogen. Okay?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, अब तक हमने एग्जांपल्स जो भी देखा है, दिस इज इंटरमॉलिक्यूलर हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग, हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड बिटवीन टू डिफरेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स. वी कैन आल्सो हैव इंट्रामॉलिक्यूलर हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग. उसके लिए एग्जांपल यहाँ पे दिया है सैलिसिल एल्डिहाइड, which is an organic compound which is also called as orthohydroxybenzaldehyde. ये जो नेमिंग है we will understand in detail in organic chemistry. For now बस इसके लिए नाम याद रखो. This OH group is called as hydroxy group and we have already seen 3 different positions, right? यहाँ पे रहा तो it is called as ortho, यहाँ पे रहा तो it is called as meta, यहाँ पे रहा तो it is called as para. In this case the OH group is at ortho position with respect to this aldehyde group. This compound, this CHO along with benzene, it is called as benzaldehyde. As this OH group is at ortho position, it is called as orthohydroxybenzaldehyde, whose common name is salicylaldehyde. In this case, you have an intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Again, देखो hydrogen bonding किस वजह से बन रहे? You have hydrogen attached to oxygen, which is highly electronegative element. That particular hydrogen is coming in contact with another highly electronegative element like oxygen, nitrogen, or fluorine. So there will be formation of a weak electrostatic interaction between the lone pair of this oxygen and partial positive charge of this hydrogen, which is called as hydrogen bond. Because of this particular hydrogen bond, if you can see or observe, there is a formation of a 6-membered ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Whenever there is ring formation, that particular phenomenon is called as chelation or chelation. Your wish, you can pronounce it either way. This is called as chelation or chelation. What is meant by chelation? The process of formation of a ring. And in general, in nature, if you observe most of the compounds, ring compounds are either 5-membered rings or 6-membered rings. 5-membered rings and 6-membered rings are highly stable. The reason for stability, we will explore that in again organic chemistry. For now, understand that or remember that 5-membered and 6-membered rings are highly stable. Because of formation of a 6-membered ring, this hydrogen bonding is very, very significant in salicylaldehyde. इसमें hydrogen bonding बनेगा and the hydrogen bonding is of very strong. Okay, strong किस वजह से? That particular hydrogen bonding is leading to the formation of a 6-membered ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ये जो intramolecular hydrogen bonding है, it will be significant if you are able to form either a 5-membered ring or a 6-membered ring. अगर वो 5-membered 6-membered rings नहीं बन रहे तो अगर 4-membered ring जैसा कुछ बन रहे तो 3-membered ring जैसा कुछ बन रहे तो वो नहीं होगा, because for hydrogen bonding होने की वजह से उनको unstability मिल रहा है, because 4-membered and 3-membered rings are considered to be highly unstable. Is this clear? If
Yes.
we are talking about intramolecular hydrogen bonding, that particular hydrogen bonding will become significant if it is leading to the formation of either a 5-membered ring or a 6-membered ring. And the process of formation of ring is called as chelation. Okay, this is intramolecular. The first example which we have seen is orthohydroxybenzaldehyde. Or an example, orthohydroxybenzoic acid. This is C double bond OH, which is a carboxylic acid. Orthohydroxybenzoic acid. Okay, इस केस में भी देखो इस केस में भी देखो, ये जो हाइड्रोजन है इसके ऊपर पार्शियल पॉजिटिव है, ये जो ऑक्सीजन है इसके ऊपर लोन पेयर्स है. द लोन पेयर्स ऑफ दिस ऑक्सीजन आर इंटरेक्टिंग विद दिस हाइड्रोजन, hence you are forming a hydrogen bond which is leading to the formation of again 6-membered ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So even in this case there is significant intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Next, orthonitrophenol. orthonitrophenol, इस केस में भी इस हाइड्रोजन के ऊपर पार्शियल पॉजिटिव चार्ज, इस ऑक्सीजन के ऊपर 3 लोन पेयर्स है because you are having a negative charge. So those lone pairs will be interacting with hydrogen's partial positive charge in hydrogen bond, which is leading to the formation of again a 6-membered ring. इसमें देखो, इसमें 5-membered ring बन रहा है. Okay, this is called as 1-hydroxypentanone, cyclopentanone. We will see how to name the compounds later in organic chemistry in nomenclature. Don't worry, अभी जरूरत नहीं. In this case also there is hydrogen bond. This hydrogen bond is leading to the formation of 5-membered ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Is this clear यहाँ तक? First of all, what is meant by hydrogen bond? Hydrogen bond is a special type of dipole-dipole interaction which is arised whenever the hydrogen is attached to very strong electronegative element like oxygen, nitrogen or fluorine. And that particular hydrogen, if it comes in interaction with another highly electronegative element, again they have to be oxygen or nitrogen or fluorine, then उनके बीच में जो भी interaction develop हुआ, that interaction is called as hydrogen bonding. Okay, that is of two types: intermolecular among two different molecules, or intramolecular, which will be significant if there is formation of 5-membered or 6-membered ring. And the process of formation of a ring is called as chelation. Okay, strength of hydrogen bond. ये जो hydrogen bond जो है, fluorine और hydrogen, मतलब this particular hydrogen must be attached to fluorine. Okay, because then the amount of partial positive charge developed on hydrogen will be highest. This is one of the order of hydrogen bond. In fact, इससे भी strong क्या बन सकता है? If this hydrogen which is attached to fluorine coming in contact with nitrogen, because इस उस particular case में वो जो nitrogen है अपना lone pair आसानी से दे सकता है ना interaction में. This is the standard order. This is the standard order which is for the hydrogen attached to fluorine. and that particular hydrogen interacting with fluorine. Okay, if you are mixing two different types of molecules, ये जो H bond N है, this interacting with H bond F, this hydrogen bond will be the strongest. In fact, ये स्पेशल केस जैसा हो गया, ये नहीं दिखाया. This will be strongest. So आपको क्वेश्चन के हिसाब से आंसर करना पड़ेगा. ओके, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, strength of the bonds, overall strength of the bonds देखा तो neglecting ionic bonds will be the strongest, क्योंकि उनके अंदर वो जो charges है, they are complete charges, so electrostatic force of attraction will be highest. वो नहीं कंसीडर कर रहा हूँ. कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड जो है, it is stronger. उसके बाद हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड is the strongest. Then you have normal dipole-dipole interaction. ये जो हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड है, it is a special type of dipole-dipole interaction only. But उसको अलग से मैं लिखा. Hydrogen bond will be the strongest provided by dipole-dipole interaction. Then dipole-induced dipole. Last में induced dipole, which are also called as London dispersion forces. Clear? Any doubt? यहाँ तक?
सर वो स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट वाले का रीजन बताइए.
स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट फिर से सेम रीजन, यहाँ पे जो हमने समझा है वही रीजन है. Hydrogen attached to fluorine will be having the highest amount of partial positive charge. Okay, ये जो partial positive charge है बहुत ज्यादा रहेगा, and it is interacting with lone pair of nitrogen. Nitrogen being less electronegative, it will readily give its lone pair in the interaction, in the hydrogen bond interaction. उसके वजह से.
यस सर.
Clear?
अभी समझा सर.
हाँ सर.
समझा?
हाँ सर.
समझा?
हाँ
यस.
सर.
Okay. Anyone? Any doubt? यहाँ तक?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Strength of the bonds, covalent greater than, hydrogen bond greater than, dipole-dipole, then dipole-induced dipole, then London dispersion forces. London dispersion forces are nothing but induced dipole, which are present among the non-polar molecules. Okay. Okay. One very important point, usually questions में आता है. In case of orthohydroxybenzaldehyde, there is intramolecular hydrogen bonding, and if you are taking parahydroxybenzaldehyde, इस केस में intramolecular नहीं हो पाएगा because the distance between this hydrogen and this oxygen's lone pair is very high. Moreover, it will be leading to some 10-membered or कितना membered रहेंगे पता नहीं. Okay, so इस केस में there will be intermolecular hydrogen bonding. दो molecules के बीच में रहेगा. Okay. There is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. In this case, there is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Everyone concentrate. इसमें intramolecular में hydrogen bonding use होने के वजह से it is unable to form hydrogen bond with the another molecule. दो molecules के बीच में इधर hydrogen bond नहीं रहेगा. Okay? क्योंकि एक molecule के अंदर ही वो hydrogen bond use हो गया. In this case, there is hydrogen bond between two different molecules. As a result, दो molecules इसमें they will be held close to each other when compared to the molecules in orthohydroxybenzaldehyde. Orthohydroxybenzaldehyde में the only interaction will be the van der Waals forces. dipole or induced dipole. In this case, दो molecules के बीच में you have hydrogen bond. समझ में आ रहा है? So because of that particular reason, ये जो ऑर्थो हाइड्रोक्सी बेंजाल्डिहाइड है, this is in liquid state. पैरा हाइड्रोक्सी बेंजाल्डिहाइड जो है, it is becoming solid. रीजन क्या है? इसमें जो भी हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड बन रहे मॉलिक्यूल के अंदर ही बन रहे, because of that it is unable to have a hydrogen bond interaction with the another molecule of orthohydroxybenzaldehyde. इस केस में the hydrogen bonding is between two different molecules. So दो molecules या ये जो two molecules है, they are held closely, and these two molecules further they can form hydrogen bond. ये इसके ऊपर दूसरे molecule के साथ hydrogen bonding बनाएगा, ये नीचे और एक molecule के साथ hydrogen bonding बनाएगा. So all the molecules are compact, because of which this is having solid state and this is having liquid state. And if you are comparing the boiling point, what is meant by boiling point? The temperature where the liquid form will be converting into vapor form, right? Okay, out of these two, which will be having more boiling point? Out of these two, which will be, what is meant by boiling? You will be separating the molecules. जो molecules पास में रहेंगे उनको separate करेंगे. So जिनके बीच में interactions कम होगा उनको separate करना आसान होगा. Okay, so इस case में the interaction with the another molecule is only by van der Waals forces. इस case में the interaction with another molecule is because of hydrogen bonding. कौन सा interaction strong है?
हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग.
हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग स्ट्रॉन्ग है. सो इन मॉलिक्यूल्स को सेपरेट करने के लिए मुझे ज्यादा एनर्जी लगेगा और द बॉइलिंग पॉइंट विल बी हाई. इन मॉलिक्यूल्स को सेपरेट करने के लिए एनर्जी कम ही लगेगा और द बॉइलिंग पॉइंट विल बी लेस. ओके, ये जो इंटरेक्शंस है, बचा हुआ जो भी इंटरेक्शंस है ना, ऑल दीज इंटरेक्शंस are nothing but they come under van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces are weaker than a normal covalent bond and a hydrogen bond. इस पर्टिकुलर केस में इंट्रामोलिकुलर हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग होने की वजह से दूसरा मॉलिक्यूल के साथ यू कैन हैव ओनली वैन डर वाल्स फोर्सेस. इन दिस केस दो मॉलिक्यूल्स के बीच में यू हैव हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग. As this is stronger when compared to the van der Waals forces, this is having a solid state and this is having a liquid state. And if we are comparing the boiling point, two molecules are held close because of hydrogen bonding. In this case, two molecules are held because of van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces को separate करना आसान है when compared to hydrogen bond. Hence, orthohydroxybenzaldehyde will be having less boiling point. Less boiling point है तो उसका volatility हम क्या बोलते हैं? It is having high volatility. Volatility का मतलब क्या है? The tendency to convert into vapors. It has greater tendency to convert into vapors because of lesser interactions. This has lesser tendency to convert into vapors because of stronger interaction. As simple as that. Is this clear? Due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, association between molecules increases and therefore volatility decreases, boiling point increases. So इस particular para hydroxybenzaldehyde का volatility कम है, boiling point ज़्यादा है. Due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding, association between molecules decreases and therefore volatility increases or boiling point decreases. So ये जो orthohydroxybenzaldehyde है, it has more volatility and less boiling point. I hope this is clear. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Shall we go to the next section? Consequences of hydrogen bonding. देखो, पहला देखो physical state. HF and HCl. If we are talking about the van der Waals forces, as of now, I am not considering the hydrogen bonding. If I am talking about the van der Waals forces किसके ऊपर depend होता है? It depends upon the molecular weight as well as size. More is the size, more will be the van der Waals forces. ये जो HF, HCl, HBr, HI. As you go down the group, what happens to the size?
Increases.
Okay, the size increases. If the size increases, the van der Waals forces must increase. Okay, so out of, if I'm taking only HF and HCl, HCl has greater forces when compared to HF. Even though HCl has greater forces, van der Waals forces, when compared to HF, HCl is a gas and HF is liquid. HF liquid क्यों हो रहे? Because inside HF there is a generation of new interaction which is called as hydrogen bond. HCl के अंदर वो hydrogen bonding नहीं हो पाएगा because in that case hydrogen is attached to chlorine. You need to have hydrogen attached to very strong electronegative elements which has high charge density, like fluorine, nitrogen, and oxygen. In this case, hydrogen is attached to chlorine. Okay, so HCl के अंदर there won't be a hydrogen bond, but HF के अंदर there is hydrogen bond. Because of that particular reason, HF जो है वो liquid state में है and HCl जो है वो gaseous state में है. Similarly, H2O and H2S. H2S के अंदर van der Waals forces ज़्यादा होगा because of its greater molecular weight and greater size. Even though the van der Waals forces are high in this, H2S gas है but H2O liquid है. H2O liquid again किस वजह से? Because of formation of 4 hydrogen bonds. Water molecule में तो हमको 4 hydrogen bonds मिलता है. Okay, clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So we can also compare among HF and H2O also. HF के अंदर you have only 2 hydrogen bonds. H2O के अंदर you have 4 hydrogen bonds. So boiling point उन दोनों को compare किया HF और H2O का, किसका ज्यादा होना चाहिए? Expectation H2O ना? HF के अंदर 2 हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स ही है हमारे पास. H2O के अंदर 4 हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स है. एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं हम ऐसा. एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू जो है वो हमको देखना ही पड़ेगा क्योंकि HF के अंदर जो हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड बनता है दैट विल बी स्ट्रॉन्गर, क्योंकि हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड की स्ट्रेंथ यहाँ पे देखा हमने. दिस इज स्ट्रॉन्गर व्हेन कंपेयर टू दिस. सो इसमें थोड़ा हमको अनलेस एंड अंटिल वी हैव अ डेटा वी कैन नॉट कंपेयर अप्रोप्रिएटली, क्योंकि HF में 2 ही हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स है बट वो दोनों बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है. वाटर मॉलिक्यूल में 4 हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स है बट दे आर रिलेटिवली वीक. सो एक पॉजिटिव है या एक नेगेटिव है. सो ये दोनों काउंटर बैलेंस हुआ तो उसके हिसाब से चेंज होगा. एक मिनट चेक करता हूँ HF का बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. बहुत कम है. When compared to water, HF boiling point is very less. It is only 20 degrees C. Water का तो 100 degrees C है ना, because it is having 4 hydrogen bonds. Okay, so the number of hydrogen bonds in this case are more significant. It is a significant factor HF और H2O के comparison में. ठीक है, उतना वैसा क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछा जाएगा because उसमें थोड़ा ambiguity है ना. ओके, एक क्वेश्चन आंसर करो. ये जो KHF2 है, it can exist but KHCl2 doesn't. Why? Try to answer this. KHF2 exists but KHCl2 doesn't. Very good. In KHCl2 hydrogen bond is not present, but KHF2 hydrogen bond is present. सबसे पहले एक KHF2 जो है, let us understand how can it be formed. KHF2 is a combination of two compounds, KF along with HF. ये जो KF है, इसके अंदर you have an ionic bond K positive and F minus. HF है, इसके अंदर you have a covalent bond, but it is polar covalent. So the negative charge on chlorine is interacting with partial positive charge on hydrogen in hydrogen bonding. So because of this formation of hydrogen bond, वो जो KHF2 जैसा कुछ compound बन पा रहे हैं, but KHCl2 में there won't be any hydrogen bond. No H bond formation, hence it doesn't exist. Clear? ये स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चन है, ये यूजुअली ट्रू और फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट में पूछा जा सकता है. नेक्स्ट बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. ओके, I want to compare boiling point among these molecules H2O, H2S, H2SE, H2TE. Whenever you are comparing any property in a group, what is the dominating factor?
Atomic radius.
Atomic radius or the size, right? If you are comparing any property in a period, you will be comparing based on electronegativity. If you are very good. If you are comparing any property in a group, you need to compare that based on the size. As you go down the group, what happens to the size?
Increases.
Okay. If the size increases, what happens to the van der Waals forces?
Increases.
Very good. If the van der Waals forces are increasing, what should happen to the boiling point?
Increases.
It should also increase. Okay. So expected boiling point का order क्या होना चाहिए among these molecules?
Less than H2S, less than H2SE, less than H2TE.
Very good. H2O less than, H2S less than, H2SC less than, H2TE. This is expected. But actual में क्या हो जाएगा बताओ? Any guesses? Actual में water as उल्टा नहीं होगा exact. H2O सबसे ज्यादा होगा, followed by बाकी सब में हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग जैसा कोई कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं है, बाकी सब में वैसा ही रहेगा. H2TE, then H2SC, then H2S. Okay. Two minutes. What will be the order among HF, HCl, HBr, HI? Expected is HF has to be less than, HCl less than, HBr less than, HI, right? Actual order क्या होगा?
HF greater than HI greater than HBr greater than HCl greater.
Very good. HF followed by HI,
HBr HCl.
HBr, and HCl. Good. Okay. Again, expected order of boiling point.
S3 greater than NH
less than. ये expected है. Actual बता सकते हो?
NH3 greater
हाँ, ये नहीं होगा. इसमें SbH3 सबसे ज्यादा होता है, followed by NH3, followed by ASH3, followed by PH3. And someone tell me the reason for this. ऐसा क्यों हुआ इसमें?
inert pair effect.
इनर्ट पेयर इफेक्ट, ये कहाँ से आ गया आयुष?
वो +2 चार्ज रहेगा ना उस पे, मतलब
तो
नहीं
इधर नहीं +2 सब all of them are 3 सब +3 है. And this is not bismuth, Bi वाला compound नहीं. Inert pair effect, I don't know why it is coming into picture.
Okay.
Charges to +3 plus -3 है. Hydrogen less electronegative, -3 है, प्लस वाला नहीं इधर. Yeah.
Nitrogen is less electronegative than oxygen and fluorine.
Very good. Nitrogen is less electronegative than oxygen and fluorine. The strength of hydrogen bond is not that significant when compared to the strength of the hydrogen bond in H2O and HF. Because of that particular reason, SbH3 में जो van der Waals forces है, those are relatively high when compared to the hydrogen bond in NH3. उस रीजन की वजह से SbH3 पहले आया है. सो इसमें थोड़ा सा एक्सेप्शन जैसा है ना, जो हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं, मतलब हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग से जो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं वो नहीं आ रहा है. सो इसको अलग से अच्छे से याद रखो. ओके. अगर मैं बिस्मथ हाइड्राइड BiH3 का लिया तो वो सबसे पहले आएगा. BiH3 ग्रेटर देन SbH3 ग्रेटर देन NH3 ग्रेटर देन SH3 ग्रेटर देन PH3. समझा? इन दोनों में ऐसा क्यों आया? As hydrogen bond in NH3 is less strong due to less electronegativity of nitrogen. Clear? Next consequence. So boiling point में कुछ फर्क आ रहा है. Next consequence, solubility. ये जो यूरिया, ग्लूकोज, सुक्रोज, अल्कोहल, अमोनिया, all these are covalent compounds. Okay. हमने like dissolves like करके कुछ बात करते हैं. ये जो यूरिया, ग्लूकोज, सुक्रोज, ये जो है, even though they are covalent compounds, in general ionic compounds are soluble in polar solvents and covalent compounds are soluble in non-polar solvents like benzene. Okay. Urea, glucose, sucrose, alcohol, ammonia, even though they are polar compounds, they are getting soluble in water. The reason is they can form hydrogen bond with water. यूरिया में हमारे पास ऑक्सीजन है, ग्लूकोज में भी ऑक्सीजन रहता है, सुक्रोज में भी ऑक्सीजन रहता है. Those oxygens can interact with partial positive charge of the hydrogen in water molecule. So वो जो हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग का इंटरेक्शन बनने की वजह से these are able to dissolve. Clear? Is this clear? Next, very important consequence of hydrogen bonding, which is the density of ice is less than the density of water, and that is the reason why ice floats on water. ये आप सब लोग को पता होगा.
Yes, sir.
The reason for this is, again, it is hydrogen bonding. In order to maximize the number of hydrogen bonds, ये जो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स के बीच में हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग मैक्सिमम रखने के लिए, ओके, हर कोई वाटर मॉलिक्यूल, इट विल बी फॉर्मिंग 4 हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स. Whenever they are coming close to each other, it will be forming some cage-like structure. Okay, because of formation of cage-like structure, there is formation of voids. What is meant by void? A void is nothing but an empty space. Okay, so because of these empty spaces, ये empty spaces में कुछ mass नहीं है ना, volume तो ज्यादा है, but the mass inside it is very very less because of voids. What is density? Density is nothing but mass upon volume. Volume ज्यादा है but mass कम है. As a result, the density of the ice is becoming less when compared to the water. Water के अंदर इतना ज्यादा free spaces नहीं रहेंगे because ये जो hydrogen bonding बनते समय वो पास में रहेगा. It will be forming 4 hydrogen bonds, but it is not having any cage-like structure. Liquid है ना, वो liquid state है. Okay.
नाश्ता करायलास का जेवायलास?
Okay, in the formation of ice, there will be cage-like structure. Because of that particular cage-like structure, there is generation of voids. Voids are nothing but empty spaces. ये empty spaces में कुछ mass नहीं है. Density is mass upon volume. Volume ज़्यादा है but mass कम है, इसलिए density got decreased. And ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? In order to maximize the hydrogen bonds, it is forming this cage-like structure. Clear? So what is the reason for less density of ice? Because of its cage-like structure. The cage-like structure is formed because of hydrogen bonds. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
End of hydrogen bonding, itna hi hai. You need to know the definition of hydrogen bond, the consequences of hydrogen bonding. Okay? Okay. Let us take 5 minutes break. After 5 minutes break, we will continue with the concept of back bonding.
Yes, sir.
Everyone take 5 minutes break. This is also an interesting concept, back bonding. इनके ऊपर जो क्वेश्चंस रहेगा थोड़ा कम ही पूछा जाता है बैक बॉन्डिंग के ऊपर. The probability of getting a question from this section is relatively less. But अगर in case question पूछा तो हमको आंसर करना पड़ेगा. First, let us understand the definition of it. The phenomenon of back bonding involves transfer of lone pairs from filled shell of an atom to the unfilled shell of an adjacent atom. Of an adjacent atom. It's a kind of coordinate bonding. It's a kind of coordinate bonding which may be partial, or full, depending upon the relative donating and accepting ability of the donor and acceptor atoms. It is treated as a kind of resonance. It's a kind of resonance. What is meant by resonance? Resonance already हमने पढ़ा है. Resonance में there will be distribution of electrons, right? Distribution of electrons on different atoms, और distribution of charge. और जो negative charge है different atoms के ऊपर हम distribute किया. If we talk about the strength of the pi bond, सबसे पहले जो pi bond बनता है, it is because of sidewise overlap.
Yes, sir.
So if you are talking about strength of the pi bond, ये जो 2p के साथ जो भी pi bond बनेगा, which is 2p pi and 2p pi, मतलब px px, 2px के साथ sideways overlap या 2py के साथ sideways overlap रहा, it will be stronger when compared to 2p and 3p. It will be stronger when compared to 2p and 3p. And इसके बीच में I'm also adding 2p और 3d जो है, it is stronger when compared to 2p और 3p. मतलब suppose if I am forming a pi bond between py and py, this is py present in second shell, this is py present in third shell. 2p is considered to be strongest because both of them are of similar size. Suppose ये py मान लेते हैं. This is positive, ये negative. This is 2py, 2py. इन दोनों के बीच में जो overlap होगा, sideways overlap, it will be significant because of the similarity in the size. If I am taking 2p as well as 3d, का साइज जो है, it is larger. मैं मानता हूँ 3d size is larger. ये positive, ये नेगेटिव, सॉरी ये पॉजिटिव लोब्स है, ये नेगेटिव लोब्स है, यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव, यहाँ पे नेगेटिव। ओके, सो ये जो 3D है, it is relatively larger when compared to 2p, but that 3D is oriented, that 3D is oriented towards the p orbital, or it is now I can say this is bit directional. This 3D is directed towards the 2p. As a result, there can be a significant overlap. This is the pi bond representation between a p and d. ये जो 2p और 3D के बीच में, this is 3D xy मान लेते हैं, 3D xy, this is 2p, either it is px or py. ओके, इन दोनों के बीच में जो साइडवाइज ओवरलैप हो रहे हैं, इन दोनों के बीच में जो साइडवाइज ओवरलैप हो रहे हैं, it is also significant, but this is less significant when compared to 2p and 2p. 2p और 2p में because of similarity of sizes, there is effective overlap, effective sideways overlap. 3D और 2p के बीच में भी effective sideways overlap हो पा रहे because of the directional nature of this 3D. It is oriented towards this particular 2p orbital. As a result, there can be effective overlap. If you are taking 2p and 3p, 2p और 3p ले रहा हूं तो 2p का साइज छोटा है, 3p is relatively larger orbital, right? So इन दोनों के बीच में if you are trying to form a pi bond, इन दोनों के बीच में if you are trying to form a pi bond, this is far less significant when compared to this 3D and 2p. This is 2p, this is of 3p. So out of all these overlaps, the best overlap is 2p 2p, then 3D 2p, then 2p 3p. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Reason क्या है इसके लिए? This particular orbital, this is bit directional. उस reason के वजह से this is able to overlap with this particular 2p significantly. थ्री पी और 3D का साइज, 3p का साइज भी बड़ा है, 3D का साइज भी बड़ा है ना, सो व्हेनेवर इट इज ओरिएंटेड टुवर्ड्स दिस, वो उतना इफेक्टिव ओवरलैप नहीं हो पाता है। 3D और 2p के साथ इफेक्टिव ओवरलैप होता है। ओके, ठीक है, लेट अस टेक द एग्जांपल फॉर एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ बैक बॉन्डिंग। We will continue this again in next lecture, don't worry. If I'm taking BF3 molecule, बोरॉन का outermost electrons कितना है? 3 outermost electrons. So those 3 electrons will be bonded to 3 fluorine atoms, and the hybridization is sp2 and it is trigonal planar. अभी इस बोरॉन के अंदर do you have an empty orbital? Boron's configuration, everyone concentrate. Boron is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Ground state configuration is s के अंदर 2, p के अंदर 1 है, but you are forming 3 bonds, hence you need to have 3 unpaired electrons, so there will be an excited state, ऐसा कुछ रहेगा. In the hybrid state, you will have sp2 hybridization, 3 orbitals रहा है, और एक ऑर्बिटल बच गया ना. सपोज ये s, px और py मान लेते हैं. pz जो है it is empty now, so that particular pz orbital will be perpendicular to this plane.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
now understand this. In fluorine you have 3 lone pairs. हर कोई fluorine में you have 3 lone pairs. Out of these 3 lone pairs, one of the lone pair of the fluorine atom can be given into the empty orbitals of boron. This is called as back bonding. क्या हो रहा है? इसको वैसा ही रखते हैं. क्या हुआ? The lone pair on fluorine is given into the empty orbital of boron. You have an empty pz orbital. That pz orbital is overlapping with, अभी ये जो फ्लोरीन है, इस फ्लोरीन के अंदर भी pz रहेगा ना. सो इसका pz और इसका pz, इन दोनों के बीच में साइडवाइज ओवरलैप हो रहे हैं. इसके जैसा बोरॉन में भी 2pz है, फ्लोरीन में भी 2pz रहेगा. जो 2pz में यू आर हैविंग ए लोन पेयर. px के अंदर भी है, py के अंदर भी है, सॉरी s के अंदर भी है, px के अंदर भी है, pz के अंदर भी है. pz के साथ मैं आई एम हैविंग ए साइडवाइज ओवरलैप. Okay, so this particular interaction is nothing but 2p pi 2p pi 2p pi 2p pi interaction. Okay, this is the back bonding which is happening in BF3. Suppose if you are taking BCl3, क्लोरीन का outermost shell कौन सा है? Third shell. So in case of chlorine, you will be having 2p pi of boron and 3p pi of chlorine. In case of bromine, you will have 2p pi of boron and 4p pi of bromine. In case of iodine, 2p pi of boron and 5p pi of iodine. Effective overlap किसके बीच में होता है? Effective overlap will be between 2p pi and 2p pi. In this case, 2p pi 3p pi relatively कम हो गया. 2p pi 4p pi और कम हो जाएगा. 2p pi 5p pi और भी ज्यादा कम हो जाएगा. Okay, so if I am saying, if I am talking about the stability of the compounds, they will ask you what is the order of stability of BF3, BCl3, BBr3 and Bi3. What will be the order of stability?
BF3 greater than BCl3.
BF3 में ज्यादा होगा, क्योंकि BF3 में बैक बॉन्डिंग होके ये बोरॉन का ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट हो रहा है सिग्निफिकेंटली. इस केस में द बैक बॉन्डिंग इज पार्शियल. इधर हमने एक पॉइंट लिखा, coordinate bonding, which may be partial or complete or full depending upon the relative donating and accepting ability. यहाँ पे इसका accepting ability अच्छा है because it is taking its electron in its incomplete shell. Incomplete shell अगर वो accept किया तो octet complete होगा. But इनका donating capability अच्छा नहीं है because they are present in orbitals which are of larger size. So effective overlap नहीं हो पाएगा. Because of that ineffective overlap, that particular back bonding is partial. So what can be the order of stability of the compounds? It is BF3 greater than BCl3 greater than, I hope this is clear, BBr3 greater than Bi3. As you go from BCl3 to Bi3, I can say the effectiveness of back bonding decreases. Reason क्या है? Because of the variation in size of the orbitals. Is this clear? Any doubt? Any doubt? Hello? we will continue with more and more examples of back bonding and consequences of back bonding in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
We will continue with the consequences of back bonding and further examples in the next lecture. Okay. Thank you, everyone.